Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. So, the last time I was with you guys, we were automating limestone into concrete, and I had some of my iron set up here, as you guys can see what I've got going on. But here's the thing, I went AFK for a long while just to get some resources made up. I put down another constructor over here, and again, at my early stage, I waited a long time and I crafted up some of this stuff here. So it is now time for me to start upgrading the hub. I still need to do a few things. Like, I still want to organize this a little bit better, but again, I'm waiting on the floors, and hopefully I learn that soon. So let's go over to the hub terminal, and let's get out of tier 0. Let's finally get the last one out of here. I'm ready to learn some biomass. I cannot wait to get the biomass going, but I also get the space elevator. So let's go ahead and select this milestone. And I have all of the materials to go ahead and upgrade this right here. So let's go ahead and upgrade hub. You're also going to notice, guys, in the top left-hand corner that I have my experimental build up. That's because I've launched...
You have unlocked building space elevator, building biomass burner, part biomass.
Ooh.
Motivational message. Congratulations, you succeeded in every provided task. On behalf of Fixit Incorporated, I thank you for your current and future service.
Nice. So I've
knowledge. The hub terminal has been
upgraded a bit.
To give access to milestones there to ensure you progress along Fixit approved protocols.
Okay.
Note: future developments should be aimed at constructing the space elevator and as such
biomass
project assembly.
Let me start making this while she's talking. Okay, she's done. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna immediately make up some biomass because I know that biomass is going to be one of the most important things for me to progress in terms of getting the fuel, right? Well, so I'm gonna make some biomass here, and I know eventually that there is a chainsaw that I can get unlocked because I have gone up to that point in my own playtime before. Now I'm at tier 1 and tier 2. Okay, so I can start getting into these areas now. But as I was saying before she started talking, in the top left you're going to notice that I have my experimental build up, and I am in the experimental build. I'm going to keep playing in the experimental until I get towards the end, because that's what I need to be in order for me to see some of the end tier stuff. The only difference that I notice is that concrete is now stacking to 500 instead of 100. Alright, so let's check out some of the tier 1 and tier 2. Base building, yes. 100% I need to get into this. So I'm going to select that milestone and I am going to add all this. Again, guys, you're going to notice that I have a lot of the materials already because I went AFK and let the machines just do their thing. Base building, I've unlocked that, so you know that I'm going to destroy everything.
You have unlocked several structures aimed to provide the first needed to build basic factory infrastructure.
What else can I do?
Improved overview. Building these will provide a grid for more advanced organizing and sectioning of your factory.
I do need a conveyor splitter. Alright, what do I need for that? I need rods and plates. I'm going to go ahead and just grab all of, I'm going to start upgrading as much as possible. So let's grab a couple of those. Let's grab a couple of these. Some wire. Screws in case. And I need some concrete. So let's go to my concrete and check that out. I'm also needing some rods, so let's pick those up as well too. And I'll show you how much has been crafting up. I had to move some of it, but I've been crafting up a lot of iron rods, so grab a few of those. And those are now stacking a little bit higher as well too, it seems. Alright, and grab a few of those. I'll put away that. Leaves are now stacking up higher too. Let's get some concrete. Today, I am going to be trying to get everything down on a flat level here. I need to actually get this thing looking the way that I would want it to look towards the end. And I know it's kind of hard for me to have an idea of what that looks like because I'm not entirely sure the things that I'm going to have to be crafting. So let's go into here. All right, let's go ahead and just...
exchange concluded. Fix-it freighter re-entry complete.
There we go.
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to increase the complexity
nice.
and efficiency of your factory.
So that just got me the conveyor belt
Consider more verticality
that can lift up and down.
To factory logistics to streamline short-range transportation. The productivity display will help you measure and improve the productivity of individual buildings.
There we go.
To aid with
It says in the top right that the pod will return in 3 minutes and 32 seconds. So does that mean I have to wait until I can select the next milestone? Or in order to research it? Either way, I need that personal storage, so let's select that. I have to wait for it to return. Okay, I'm gonna wait that 3 minutes, and then when it gets back, I'll just craft that. Alright, it's back. Yay. I can research more. Alright, so go into here. We need to give it some of this. And some screws. 100 of the plates. And there we go.
Milestone
and I have to wait for that to return in 3 minutes as well.
Referred to as the MAM will allow R&D to provide new technologies, items, and buildings based on samples collected in the field. To ensure a greater chance of success during exploration, an upgraded tool belt has been provided, as well as an object scanner and beacons.
I have a new slot?
The object scanner requires calibration via the MAM to enable detection of specific objects.
So I've got a, I know the scanner is supposed to go in here eventually, because like I said, I've gone up to the point where I was having coal generated before, but that extra inventory slot is amazing. I like the fact that I can now scroll through and go to my berries and be able to heal. So I do have to wait for this pod to come back again, and then I'm going to start researching in tier 2, because I've already done everything out of tier 1. And I'm doing this rather quickly, but again, I have been saving up a lot of resources to get to this point. I still have to place down... What is it? I still have to place down that big machine thing. What was it? What was it called? The space elevator. I still have to place that down. However, I know from previous experience that it's rather large. And again, I'm going to try to do as much of the tier 2 stuff. I'm going to learn as much of this before I place down my new upgraded area here, because I know that I want to put the foundations down. So I'm going to upgrade everything out of tier 2, and then I'm going to get the floor like going, everything looking nice, and then we'll be able to progress to tier 3. I'm going to try to do this as quickly as I possibly can, because I don't like waiting around too much. Alright, the little thing has come back so we can research some more. So let's go into tier 2. Let's go to part assembly. So an assembler, I remember this. This is going to be really important for us to have. I need more screws though, so let's go get more of those screws. And I have them saved up over here around the corner. There we go, that should be plenty. But I'll grab more. I did make up some of that biomass from the leaves while I was waiting for that little rocket thing to come back. So I have that made up. We can go ahead and add some of this. What am I missing? Okay, there we go. Part assembly.
Reached. More complex assembly of parts can now be automated.
Nice.
Project assembly parts can now be constructed and sent up via the space elevator. Note, project parts are too complex to produce by hand.
Oh, so, yep, so that's stuff that we just sent off to learn. Let's go in here and look at that. The stuff that's in here, I remember now, yeah, some of this stuff we're gonna have to make to put into the space elevator. But again, I don't have my space elevator down just yet. I have to wait 5 minutes for this to come back, and then I can... Let me look at the other milestones real quick. Yes, right here. We need to make the chainsaw. So... Hold on, I gotta select that milestone, because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the chainsaw next, and then I can convert, I want to say, the biomass into biofuel, the solid biofuel. Yep. More inventory slots. Holy crap, that's awesome. I don't think I need jump pads off of this. I don't think this is even worth learning, to be fair. I don't know. There might be a reason why you would want to have it. The awesome shop. I don't know too much about this because this is a newer item since when I played. So I'm going to avoid this for right now. Just so I can get productivity going a little bit quicker. The Mark II conveyor belt. Okay. Conveyor pulls and Mark II conveyor lift. Alright. Yeah, so we'll wait for the space elevator to get back. We'll do this one. And then we'll do this last one. And then I'm going to start putting down some foundations all around here, making this look a little bit better. Alright, that thing has come back. And now we can check out, let's see, this one here. And this is going to give us the chainsaw and more inventory slots. That's awesome. I was thinking about it, and right here, for the logistics, the Mark II, I actually don't have the reinforced iron plates, and I would rather get that automated rather than having to craft that myself out of here. And plus, like I said, I'm going to rework this, so I'm going to skip on the Mark II conveyor belts. Plus, I don't really have a lot going on, so I can just kind of skip that for right now. But let's get our chainsaw going, because I cannot wait to get myself a chainsaw and just being able to get some resources a little bit faster.
Milestone.
There we go.
Biofuel will ensure maximum efficiency of biomass burners.
Yes.
To aid in biofuel production, you are now capable of removing foliage that consists primarily of wood. Additionally,
okay.
R&D inflated your...
Did I learn anything, though? So, biomass, yep. Okay, and biofuel, solid biofuel. So let's go ahead and craft up a little... Oh my gosh, that takes a while. Look at this. 10 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 clicks. I am going to get this automated. I'm gonna have a storage that goes into a constructor that goes back into a storage and have this powered, because there's no way I'm making all this by hand. Just the time alone, me talking to you, I've only made, what, 48? Yeah, that's a little ridiculous. Let's check out the chainsaw, though, and see how that works. Because I can make biomass from wood, and I feel like that's going to be a little bit better. So a chainsaw is 5 of the reinforced plates. That's worth it. I know that's expensive, but... There we go. Okay, so I have a chainsaw. Let's go ahead and equip the chainsaw onto our hotbar. And that chainsaw should use... Where is it? Where is the new... Right here. That should have to use that new solid biofuel. So let's scroll to the chainsaw. Alright, let's test it out. Let's see right here. See if it... Oh, we can pick up flowers. Okay. Look at that. That's a lot of leaves. Okay, so you have to hold it all the way down. You have to hold, like, the chainsaw all the way down until it's finished. But it does seem to pick up quite a bit of stuff here. Maybe different trees will yield different amounts of wood, but I feel like wood's gonna be way more important for me to use than leaves are. Like, cause that... Yeah, no, that didn't... That's not even worth it to put it on a bush. But yeah, the chainsaw is gonna be dead useful, and I'm going to have to harvest a lot of leaves off camera. Cause that is awesome. I need the biofuel. Let me see how much I have. Oh, my inventory is getting full as well, too, so I need to be careful how much I harvest. Alright, well, that's the chainsaw. And like I said, I am going to get this thing. I'm gonna use the chainsaw so much just to make that biomass. Alright, so let's put all of the other stuff in here, because we actually don't need that. I'm almost wondering if this thing can act like a weapon as well, too. Like, could I use this against some of those creatures that are in the game? Alright, so I said I wasn't going to do that. I'm not going to do that. So basically now, I can go ahead, start demolishing this and getting my flat foundations placed. So we can go ahead and do that. There's also something else that I need to place. And where was it? It was somewhere special. There you go. The MAM. I need to research some of that. Now, get rid of the chainsaw. Over there, there's a slug, and I remember that you could research certain items, and I know the slugs get researched as well. I happen to also have one up on the ledge above my base as well, too, so I can go pick those up at some point. Now, let's do this. I want to say this is full of junk. Yeah, it is. So, can I take all that? I sure can. I do not want my inventory getting full here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here on top of this ledge, and I'm gonna start dropping a couple of things, just letting it pile up. I'll come back for it, but what I'm gonna start doing is demolishing all of this stuff here. I'm gonna start demolishing every single bit of this. So let's go ahead and clear the ground here so it's nice and flat and open again. I'm also going to destroy all my power lines and get this stuff nice and cleared. Alright, so this place is nice and cleared out. I've dumped some of my stuff over here and then over here in a pile. And I've even dumped the stuff that was out of the box in here because I am going to put this on a flat foundation as well. But first things first, let's go over here and let's get some foundations going. Now, I have the option between this height, and that height. They're all the same in terms of width, but I just want to have a peek at this and see what I like best. And I think I'm going to go with the bigger one. I'm just hoping that I can place the foundations down and have the smelter, the refiner, the thing that pulls it out of the ground. I hope that I can get that to actually mine. So let's go ahead and let's start it right about over here. Like I said, this place is nice and cleared out now, so I can just start building immediately. And this is why I wanted the concrete, because you can see that it's taken 6 concrete. And I've got about 1,800 on me. But I need to be careful about how much I use here. Alright, there we go. So, for a test purpose, let me grab one of those portable miners, and let's see if I can actually still get the thing to snap on there. Let me see if I can get a miner to snap on top. Over here. I can! Yes! Okay, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Now, I have one here. I know I have one here. Okay. And there's a second over there. The third over there, I mean. Alright, now let's bring... We can bring those foundations a little bit further out that way, which is what we'll do. And what I need to do, though, because I'm going to be using so much concrete, I did have to disconnect the power to my concrete machine over there. So I kind of need to have concrete continuously going. It's going to cost me a lot of concrete to get these foundations set up. So let's go ahead and just kind of pave the way towards that location over there. Alright, So now I've got a nice big stretch from there to here, and let's go ahead. I have to put down my hub because I did delete it. It is getting dark, so I will have to wait until the morning to start building some of my other stuff as well so that you guys can see properly. But let's go ahead and place this down. We're going to put it relatively in the same spot. And there we go. Alright, so we've gone ahead and placed this down. And now let's wait until the morning and then we can work on the power because we're going to need to make more of the biomass burners. Unfortunately, I don't have like the best power source. I just have the biomass burners to work with for right now until I can get to the coal. So I will be placing down a few of these. And again, I'll have to redesign my base again after I get to the coal stage, but let's wait till morning, then we can put down some more of these for some power. Alright, it's now morning, so let's put down our power. So I have the 2 biomass burners here. Let's go into our inventory, and let's see. I'm going to need to put down 2 miners, so I'm going to queue up 2 of them, and that's going to tell me the resources that I need to build those, and how much that I currently have, which is on the left, and then how much I actually need for it, which is on the right. And so I've got the miners queued up. I also want to go ahead and for power, I'm going to queue up 8 of the biomass burners. So that's going to leave me with 10 that I'm using. And I think that's going to be quite good. So queued up those. And I can build all of that with how much I have in my inventory. So let's go ahead and start placing those down. First off, let's figure out where the heck... Let's figure out where this stuff is... Okay, so the... One of the actual, like, nodes is right there, one's right here, and then the third should be, yep, right about there. I need to mine this rock right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and let's turn this... Actually, that's not bad, but I could turn it... we'll put it right there. That'll be fine. I am going to put down the second one here just so I know what space I'm working with. Alright, now onto the power itself. So let's go ahead and let's turn this a little bit. How far back can I go? I do want these to be as far back as possible, and as tight together as I can possibly get them. And again, guys, this is temporary. The biomass burners are temp as of right now. But I have to use these for power. And I'm just kind of throwing mine all towards the back here. Alright, just like that. I have a 2, 4, 6 right there. You know what? 6 of them should be plenty for what I am planning on doing. So that'll be okay for right now. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 poles like that right next to each other. 2 poles like that next to each other. And there we go. So those 2 poles right there, those 2 poles right there. So that can carry 1, 2, 3, 4. That's perfect. We're going to put one there for right now. Keep these out of the way. I'm not really changing anything, guys, with the concrete over here. Connect this. Connect that. There we go. That looks a little janky, I know, but I need more concrete. So this is why I'm doing this. I'm just trying to get the concrete powered right now. That's going to go to the one on the right. Then this one's going to connect to that. Then this is going to connect 1, 2, 3. There we go. This one's going to connect over here. Then this one will connect to 1, 2, and 3 for that one. Okay. So then this one, well, that one's now connecting there. There we go. Okay. So I've got 8 biomass burners that are connected up. Now I need to fuel all of these, and I also need to extend this further out because I need to place down my space elevator as well too. But first things first, let's just check and make sure that I've done this correctly, and let's power this up. So I'm going to take as much biofuel as I possibly can here. We'll just take a couple of stacks. I did make up some more, by the way. I went out with the chainsaw during the nighttime, and I got a bunch of leaves and then converted it. So let's insert that. And I really don't want to use biomass. I would like to use the solid fuel because I know it's going to last much longer. But yeah, that's working. And that's working as well too. So that's perfect. Okay. So here's what I also want to do. I would like to get even more concrete going. So for right now, let's go ahead, delete all of this stuff. And there we go. We can go ahead and craft ourselves another miner over here. And again, this is going to be temporary. I just need some more concrete. And a large storage. This is going to go to here. And you are going to make me some concrete. And that needs to be powered. Let's go ahead as well too and put a ramp over here just for right now. Just so I can get up and down. I also need to do one of these over there too for the copper. But let's go ahead and get the poles for this one set up too. Okay, so that has no power, so let's see why that has... Oh, because I did not connect it over there. Okay, so let's get that connected. And again, guys, this is why I wanted that concrete, because I am going to do a big building here. A huge building. Probably should put more biomass in these. I've saved up plenty of concrete, and I have a lot of concrete in my inventory as well, so it's time to go ahead and get this platform extended further out. I'm going to need a lot of space for the space elevator, so let's just go ahead and start getting this going. So go into foundations, and now I can put this out as far as I possibly want. So let's do this now. And here's my nice big flat platform. Holy crap. That was a lot of resources. And I think that eventually it's going to have to be even bigger as well too, but this is what I wanted to work with. I'm hoping that there is something that I can get rid of this rock eventually, but for now I'll just build around it or build over it, whatever I need to do. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So now what I can go ahead and do is get the resources to build the space elevator, which is right here. 1,500 of the wire, 400 of the rods, 250 of the iron plates, and 500 concrete. I still have plenty of concrete. And I also want to build the MAM. So let's go ahead and get these resources together and we can craft the space elevator. And I am going to craft it and place it pretty far away from this location so that I have room to have my factory building whatever it is that I need. I've got the materials, so I can now place the space elevator, and holy crap, this thing is very large. Wow. I forgot how big this was. So, oh geez. I can place it down around here. I want to make sure that I'm lined up with this machine right here, because this is where whatever that I need to put in here, this is what... let's hope for the best. Oh my gosh, look at it building! This is such a massive structure. Holy crap. Oh, look at it go! Is it gonna slingshot something up to the sky? Kill that bird thing. Where did that come from? Oh my goodness. Can you imagine if that thing falls over? It's just gonna crush you. It's gonna create like the biggest earthquake. Man, that is insane. I'm assuming that this... Yeah, it can. This is where an input is. So what does this thing do? Like, it's been a while. Alright, Space Elevator Resource Delivery 1. Project Assembly Platform. Delivery will unlock Tier 3 and Tier 4. Okay, so you have to have... You have to submit it something in order for you to unlock Tier 3 and 4. Load resources, okay. Load, seal. I don't have anything... Oh, because I need 50 of these things. 50 smart plating, which requires, what is that, a rotor? A rotor and a reinforced iron plate. So, produced in the assembler. Yeah, so this is where I'm going to have to use some of the iron. So, I'm going to need to work this out in my mind on how I need to set this up. I also need to readjust my concrete. I still have not done anything with my copper over here, so let's go ahead and get some automation for that going as well too. But let me work this out, this configuration out real quick, and then we can actually start placing it down to supply it some rotors, because we want to do that immediately, because Tier 3 I'm hoping will unlock us something better for power other than this stuff here, because right now this is just kind of meh. Like, using the flower petals or using the biomass, I'd like to get out of this stage as quickly as possible for power. Since the space elevator needs smart plating, I thought I'd go ahead and just set this thing up over here. Set up my iron ore to immediately make smart plating. And I can do this off of a one node itself. This is a normal node, by the way, too. So it'll produce a little bit of what I need. So let's go ahead and work this off of one. I still have 2 other iron nodes that I can work off of eventually, but I thought for purposes I'd work off of 1. I need to set this up though so that I can create some of the smart plating. So this is what I'm going to be doing. I worked it out by using a tool that I found online for Satisfactory that lets you input what it is that you want to make, and then it will tell you exactly what you need for it. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and set this up, and then I can explain how I came up with this process, or how I came up with my design. So I'm going to go ahead and put a splitter here, and then I'm going to put this immediately into 2 smelters. So let's go into production, smelters, turn it this way, put that there. And I'm lining this one up. That green line in the middle is lined up to the other one. And hopefully this should be able to, yes it will, go into there. So that means that should go into there. So I split this into 2 smelters because this thing, making iron ingot, will produce 30 per minute, but this thing can make 60 per minute. So it makes sense to split this in half because this can only produce 30 per minute. So I'm basically using all 60 that comes out of here. So that's going to make me the iron that I need. And now on the left-hand side, this is going to have to make rotors, and on the right-hand side, it's going to have to make modulars, or modules. So let's go ahead and do that. So on the right-hand side is going to have to make smart plates. So, or on the right-hand side, it's going to feed actually all the way into there. So that is making our iron ingot. Constructor. This constructor is going to make us iron plates. This constructor is going to make us iron rods. Now, I need iron rods to be converted into screws, but I also need them for an assembler. So I'm going to go ahead and I need to put an assembler somewhere down here. I'm going to place this temporarily just so I know that the assembler has to go there. But this thing needs to be split, so let's go ahead and split this again. So this is making the iron rods. The iron rods will go into this splitter. Some of the iron rods will go into here, and those iron rods will make those will make the screws. But some of the other rods are going to have to come off of here. Put a splitter on this. That's really close. I don't even think... Yeah, that works. Okay. Alright, so put a splitter on that, because these screws here need to go to 2 things. They need to go to the iron plates over here and into an assembler to make the reinforced plates, which can then make me the smart plates eventually. But for right now, since the screws are going here, I need to stop right there, and I need to put down an assembler. So let's put down an assembler on the left-hand side. This is really confusing, even though there are guides that will help you online with understanding how to and where to place things. But for me, it definitely is a struggle here. So let's go over here. Bring that this way. It's not pretty, especially with this rock in the way, but I'm hoping eventually I can blow this rock up. This is temporary too, and again, this is until I can get my base going. But look, it's a nice little slide. Go up and over, and it's going to feed into here. So again, these screws and those rods that feed from here will then create, where is it, my rotors. So these rotors are going to have to come back here. But these iron plates need to make something else. All right, that's going there. So to make the reinforced plates, I need to bring the screws over. And I want to say this is my screw machine. Yes, it is. I can bring this because that's splitting some of the screws up. And that's going directly in there. I could probably shorten that up, but that's fine for right now. Now these will make my reinforced plates. My reinforced plates and my rotors now need to make my smart plating. So I need one more constructor. One more assembler. Whoops. That will feed into there. And this will feed directly into here. The last thing that I need to do now is power it. So let's go get some poles and let's power this up. Alright, and let's double check and make sure everything is powered. Something over here is not. Oh, it's because it does not have something listed. There we go. And we're going to feed that directly into here, and that's going to automate it. So let's see now. Is it actually working? Is it actually making it? Well, there's the screws. The screws are going over here. Those plates are going there, so we know that's linked up. That's working. Am I getting rods over here? Yes, I am. So I'm getting some of the rods going. And that's only making 4 of those a minute. Okay. And this is going to make 5 per minute. So, again, this is going to be a lot of time going AFK here, it seems. It's just waiting on the screws there. Seems as though that I should have some Mark II conveyor belts for some of the screws and some of the rods. I'd like to at least see if a reinforced plate comes out of here. I'm almost done on that one. And I'd like to see if a rotor comes out on this. That smart plating is going to take a while to make, though. There we go. There's a reinforced iron plate. And that's going into the machine. And there we go. There's our rotor. Now that we have the smart plating going, we can create the MAM, or the MAM, or the MOM, whatever you want to call it. So I want to put this down because I would like to research some of the items around me. And I remember from before that the MAM actually used to be inside of the building, and now it's not. I don't want to block those refiners over there, so again, this is going to be temporary. I'm just going to place this down right about here, and we can now research some items. So, alien organisms. Ooh. See, this looks very different than the last time that I looked at this. And I know for a fact that you can scan some of the slugs that are in the game. There's a slug above me, and there's a slug over here on this rock. And this one on the rock is actually going to be easier for me to grab, so let's go grab this thing. And there we go. Green power slug. Oh, I have to hold it down. Collecting. Oh, that's cool.
Slug seems to emit unfamiliar energy readings, which could potentially be retrofitted into Fixit technology. A new research tree can now be accessed in the MAM.
Yes. Okay, so I can research that now in the MAM. And I know that there was another slug down there. I went exploring on my own as well, too, just to see what was around me. Let's go into power slugs. Let's click that. And do I just click on this? Start research? Okay, and it takes 3 seconds to research that. The analysis of the green power slug is complete. Please choose a new node in the tree to begin new analysis.
New recipe unlocked.
Oh. Yep, so there's the yellow one. That's what I was talking about. And there's also...
research available in the MAM.
Okay. Oh, you actually have to supply it with other resources as well, too. What's the reward for that? A power shard. Okay, that seems fair. There's also sulfur. I do have some sulfur that I dug from one of the nodes that I found. I do have some of these. I should go ahead and research these as much as possible. Let me go ahead and grab what I have in my storage over here on the left, and we'll just research these items. Alright, so let's do flower petals first. So I can click that, start research. What can flower petals do for me, though? A color gun? Really? Like a colorful gun. Okay, and what's this? Some sort of a... Oh, it's a cartridge. Oh, wow. So, I do need some screws, but again, I'm going to have that stuff automated. Let's go ahead and research this one. Let's see what we get from this. Biomass? Wait, can I turn the carapace into biomass now? I can't afford that. Fine. Fair enough. Let's research this one on the right. And that's from killing the fire-breathing ones, I think. I can research this again, so let's do that. An inhaler? A medicinal inhaler. Ooh, hello. Well, I have enough of the organs for that. And what else did it need? This is the next thing I'm definitely learning, guys. I'm gonna have to wait till next episode because it's gonna take it's gonna take 100 modulars. I don't even have modulars being crafted at the moment. I have no idea what that resource is in the middle, so I'll need to find out what that is. So what I'm gonna do very quickly, I'm gonna go ahead and skip forward, but I'll show you quickly me crafting up this right here so I can make some more storage for some of the other things that I need. Alright guys, this is an absolute mess. And yes, I do know. I can definitely see how much of a mess this is. However, just to show you guys what's going on here, I have over here the space elevator that I just showed you guys. It's actually already up to 29 of the smart plates. That is what's going on over here on the right side. Oh, and there's a smart plate right there. So I have that going on. I built the same exact thing off of another node on the left. However, this looks way more confusing than ever before because I put double splitters because I'm not only making even more smart plates that I am then going to put eventually in this storage box here, but I'm also splitting up the materials over here into these 4 large storage containers as well. So instead of me using all of the screws in the recipe, I'm actually using some of the screws in the recipe while also saving some at the same time. So you can see my rods are starting to stack up, as well as my reinforced iron plates. It's really nice to have this stuff being automated and going to storage so that you can use it later, especially the reinforced plates. And this is exactly what I wanted. Now, again, this setup is not ideal, but oh my goodness, it works. It just takes a lot of figuring out. It takes a lot of space. And again, guys, when I get the awesome shop going, because again, I do know that you can buy things out of the awesome shop, I'm going to start building upwards. So that way I'm going to cram the space a little bit more. So far, I think that this is an absolute start to my base factory, and I'm really excited to get this thing rolling. Next episode, I'm going to be launching this and hopefully getting to coal with you guys next. So, until then, I'm going to save up some resources, go AFK for a little while, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I really hope that you guys are enjoying the series, and I'll see you next time in Satisfactory.